On July 4th, 2.5 centuries ago, America declared its independence. But today, what really makes the United States independent is its economy. It's the engine that powers the most influential country on Earth. But under the surface, it's more complex and more fragile than most people realize. Welcome to our series, 10 Things You Should Know About Economies, where we break down how money moves, city by city, country by country. And today we explore the powerhouse, the United States. If you care about your money, your job, or your future, you'll want to stay to the very end. Subscribe to the Money Manual and join our financial journey. Now let's get started. Number 1, GDP. Growth isn't everything. The U.S. economy is worth over $28 trillion. That's nearly a quarter of the entire world's GDP. But here's the twist. GDP doesn't measure well-being, only activity. So every car crash, every medical emergency, every war, they all add to the GDP. It's growth, but at what cost? Number 2, the consumer rules everything. 70% of the U.S. economy is powered by just one thing. You, the consumer. From your Netflix bill to your morning coffee, your spending drives the economy. If Americans stop buying, the entire system shudders. Number 3, the U.S. is drowning in debt. The U.S. government owes over $34 trillion. That's more than 100% of GDP. And yet people still trust the U.S. dollar. Why? Because America doesn't just borrow in dollars, it prints them. Number 4, the dollar is the world's backbone. The U.S. dollar isn't just currency, it's the global reserve. From Saudi oil to African imports, international trade often flows in U.S. dollars. That gives America incredible power and an unmatched safety net. But what happens if that trust ever fades? Number 5, jobs are up, but wages are stuck. Unemployment is near record lows, but real wages, flat. The average U.S. worker earns around $59,000 a year, but housing, healthcare, and education costs have skyrocketed. So where's the money going? Number 6, the Fed controls more than you think. Most Americans can't name the Fed chair, but Jerome Powell controls your mortgage, your credit card interest, and your job security. The Federal Reserve sets interest rates, and in doing so, it shapes the fate of every dollar in your pocket. Number 7, war is big business. The U.S. spends more on defense than the next 10 countries combined. Why? Because defense contracts, tech R&D, and global bases are baked into the economy. War isn't just politics, it's business. Number 8, big tech runs the market. Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, these companies aren't just tech giants, they are the economy. In fact, 5 tech companies now make up over 25% of the S&P 500. The U.S. economy has become more digital, more data-driven, and more dependent. Number 9, wealth inequality is no accident. The top 1% of Americans hold more wealth than the bottom 90% combined. And tax codes, loopholes, and asset ownership all play a role. This isn't just a bug in the system, it's a feature. Number 10, it all runs on confidence. The U.S. economy doesn't run on oil, steel, or tech. It runs on trust, confidence in the dollar, belief in the stock market, faith in the system. But what happens when that confidence is shaken? Across these 10 truths, one thing becomes clear. The U.S. economy isn't just a machine, it's a mirror. It reflects the choices, values, and contradictions of an entire nation. It rewards innovation, yet fuels inequality. It builds empires, but also debts. It promises opportunity, but not always fairness. To understand it is to understand how power flows, how wealth moves, and how policy shapes everyday life. Because behind every number is a story that affects you. Now you know the beating heart of the U.S. economy. But tomorrow we go local. Next up, 10 things you should know about New York's economy. From Wall Street to rent wars, it's a world of extremes. Hit subscribe and don't miss a beat. This is the Money Manual,